Hello Internet, this is PTBarpun. I'm going to show you how I made this look, which I call spacesuit, because it's a galaxy on a business suit, and I like it a lot. So to start out, I'm using black Mehron Paradise paints on a foundation brush, and I'm kind of making this asymmetrical V shape because I want one side to be kind of hanging off the shoulder a little bit. And then I'm taking some silver paint, and this doesn't have to be super strong, but it's basically just a silver outline of the sides of our blazer. I didn't get the shape of it quite right for what I wanted, so then I just used a baby wipe and cleaned that up a little bit. And now I'm using a stipple sponge. I love this thing. It's basically like a stipple sponge on the end of a stick. I found it at Hobby Lobby and I love it. And I'm using a stipple sponge with neon magenta tag paint, and I'm just starting to stipple that everywhere. I looked for a really colorful reference photo of like a galaxy that I was going to go off of, because I didn't want just a starry sky. I wanted it to look like the really beautiful, vibrant, rainbowy type galaxy photos. I made sure to put more emphasis on some areas than others, because that's typically what galaxy photos have. There are some spots that are just brighter and more vibrant, and then others that it's basically just, you know, empty space. And then this is just a mauve color. This is mauve Mehron Paradise paints and another stipple sponge. And I'm just dabbing that all around. Again, frequently looking at a reference photo for inspiration as to where to push everything. And then this is Mehron paints in teal. And now we're going to use a toothbrush with some stiff bristles and white Mehron Paradise paints. And we're going to dunk that into the paints and start splattering. It's okay to go pretty ham with this, because we're actually going to be putting eyeshadows over this. So you can overkill it a little bit, because we're not going to leave it this vibrant white. And now this is the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, and I'm using kind of this neon-y orange, and I'm starting to just really pad that into some of the areas. And then we're using this really bright blue, and we're pushing that into others, and now we really get to see it becoming a bit more colorful. And I started to alternate between different oranges and this bright blue and kind of a deeper blue, and just kind of pushed them around each other and in different areas to kind of get that classic like galaxy look. Now we're going over it with some more of that spatter, because we do want some white patches. And now we have to clean up that white spatter, and this is just a baby wipe. And I'm using some shimmer eyeshadow on a crease brush. I'm trying to lighten up those edges a little bit. And then I'm using, this is a silver paint by Mehron, and I'm trying to strengthen up that edge again. Now we're going in with a detail brush and some black paint, and we're going to give this a shadow. Well, this is some gray eyeshadow on an angled brush, and I'm doing that to give a shadow to the inside. I also took some bronzer, and I tried to kind of contour a little bit my collarbone and my neck area, as well as adding some shimmer to my collarbone. Now I'm using an eyebrow pencil, and I'm doodling out kind of a messy tie. And this is the Mehron Mauve paint that we used a little bit earlier. And just filling the whole tie in. And I'm using some brown paint to first outline it, and then I'm adding some wrinkles where the tie would be like a little bit pinched coming out of that center area. And then some white paint on a detail brush to bring some highlights to it and brighten up where those folds are, as well as highlighting that edge. This is CoverGirl True Blend Foundation in L1 that I covered with my entire face. This is Cocoa Contour, and I use that just to do a basic contour on my face with my jawline and my cheeks and my nose. I then use some concealer on an eyeshadow brush, and I use that as an eyeshadow primer. And then I'm using this kind of lavender shade from the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. And I put that all over my lid, almost reaching up to my brow bone. I then took kind of a deeper purple, and I put that darker purple on the outer corners, and then a tiny brush, and I put that on my lower lash line. I used some eyeliner to give a little wing. And topped it off with mascara. And then I'm just using black eyeshadow on an angled brush to do my eyebrows. And now I'm getting a teeny tiny brush, and I'm making freckles now. First made out of the mauve, and then we're going to dip into the blue. And then we're going to top it off with some white. I felt like the freckles really added a nice touch. And then this is Lusty Lilac. It's an Infallible Paints lipstick. Lip gloss? Lip color, yes. And there it is. This is Spacesuit. This has been PTBarpun. Whatever day it is that you're seeing this, I hope you're having a good one, and I will see you the next time I do video stuff.